Hey everyone, welcome to Tabletop Simulator and today's game of Underwater Cities. I had a little play around. What have I got? I've got a tab open somewhere, haven't I? Yes, I opened my tabs to check on the poll that I have running currently to see what everyone wanted to view, and apparently the auto tab of Twitch also opened, so apologies for the echoes. Yes, I was playing around with this yesterday. I feel fairly comfortable with the rules, but as always, if you do spot a mistake, do chuck a comment either in the live chat or on YouTube at a later date, just to help me rectify it, and also I can leave a little note to make sure anyone who is watching trying to get a gauge of the game isn't misled as to how to play it. But I've deleted a bit of space on Tabletop Simulator, removed the other player board, and moved some of the tokens over here since we're playing solo and I just want them nice and easy to grab. I've gone ahead, not rotate, I've shuffled up all these decks before we draw from them, but let's do it again. We need 6 of these special S cards as potential endgame scoring. We want top card visible. You may pay 1 credit and 1 kelp to build a symbiotic city. That's really nice. Trade in up to 5 pairs of kelp for 3 points each. Every symbiotic city is 2 points. Trade in steel plast for 1 point, up to 14 times. 2 science, 3 points. An upgraded research lab, I believe those are. Or credits for points. Okay, so we'll probably try and get a couple of these out. We need 2 blue metropolis and 1 brown as well. So this is domed cities, but I think, let's just double check the rules. I think we don't use that one in a solo game because our objective is to score score 7 cities anyway. Solo game. Yeah, do not use that tile. Okay, so let's draw 1 other brown. Get rid of that tile. So we've got immediate effects from both these. This is production. I think the top half here, because it looks like there's a little line on that, as opposed to this artwork. So the top is immediate, and then this is 1 point. This is instant. Okay, so the brown will sit here. We can place either of these two however we want them on these sections. With this asymmetric board, so this is the basic side. The asymmetric side on this particular one, this tunnel is worth 3 times production, which for an upgraded tunnel could be 3 points. So I think we want to go for that tunnel, which means if we're connecting along here, we can connect to this one for the point as well. This one will have to sit over there. We need our starting city. Game loads on Tabletop Simulator with our resources, so that's fine. And then we need 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And what we're going to do is choose to keep 3 of these, and every turn we're going to play 1. if the colour matches the action that you're taking, and we choose our actions with these little tokens. I think they're meant to be submarines that were going off and doing these actions various places thematically. Yes, if the colour matches the action you're doing, the card that you're playing, you get the bonus as well. Otherwise, you're always just discarding one card to do an action, and then we draw one more. So it's quite a nice little balance. I believe the weaker the effect, the stronger the bonus on the card, and vice versa. So the stronger actions have weaker benefits on the cards. What we're going to try and achieve during the solo playthrough is to build 7 cities. So we've got 1 already, and get 100 points. Let's delete some of these other player markers. So instantly just get a kelp. During production, each connected city with at least 2 desalination plants gets an additional credit. Or during production, one of your labs may produce 1 steel plast and 1 kelp instead of science. Pay 1 credit or 1 science to upgrade a lab. If you've got 2 connected cities, gain a steel plast, or just immediately get 2 cards and a science. We don't have much science to start off with. We don't have much of anything really. I don't think I'm that bothered about the extra credits from production. We've got this 1 action card, so probably not this card. Production to get steel plast and kelp instead of science is quite nice. If we were to keep the advanced action to then be able to upgrade using money as well, we could probably get a reasonable bit of synergy here. Just 1 steel plast, but immediate. Okay. Yeah, this is advanced. There's lots of things for science actually, isn't there? As well as steel plast, which comes from the labs. So science and steel plast. So science pairs steel plast and the upgraded building potential. I mean, that's a lot of cards to have to play. But it does seem like science might be our route to generating points this time round. So if that's the case, and they're steel to build, we've only got 1. Probably want to come over here to get more, so we'd want to keep a red action card, which we're looking at this one. So let's get rid of that kelp. Let's get rid of this card. And this one. So we've got 1 of each colour that we're keeping. So that seems sensible. With a solo game, we've got these black markers which are blocking actions from us. Every round, when we move on to the next round, we'll just slide these round. Basically, as a second player, taking up some of the actions. In terms of the turn order track, the Federation track, if we don't advance on it though, to signify that the black player is going first, we will draw 1 additional card and block a space corresponding to that number. So you've got a reasonable amount of control as to what you know you can do this time and won't be able to do next time. So for example, if we want to do upgrading, we won't be able to do it in round 2 because it would be blocked for certain. So it's quite a nice little balance of what do I want to get done now compared to what I won't be able to do next time. We need the resources, so we could either come up here, do an action and take 2 resources, or just get these 3 resources. I would like to use the yellow action up here once we've built. Actually, I'm thinking I might take the other red card instead, because then we could take the resources, build the desalination plants using these 2 red action cards, so we would be able to have the ability then to use this action card, spending either a credit or a science to upgrade. Yeah, we could have 2 resources as well. Yeah, that's fine. We'll get an added kelp. Let us do kelp farms another time as well. So let's grab the resources. So that is 2 and a kelp. And I'm not convinced I want to use this red card, but I definitely want this production ability. So let's play this out, and we can claim the card because it matches the space. We will then draw another card, and it's not red, which is unfortunate. If it was a nicer red action, we could have then used it up here instead. It is an action ability to just get a steel plast and a kelp, which is certainly better than the current offering we have. But for now, yes, we need to do the other red action first. We will build 2 laboratories at a cost of a steel plast each. 1, 2. And we'll place them in the same city. There are endgame bonuses for having different buildings, 1 of each desalination, laboratory and farm, but your production, if you have 2 upgraded in the same city, is increased. So it's a payoff between whether you want the added benefits or you want more points. I think that's fine for now. And the other red card we're using is just an immediate action to get 1 more kelp. That's our second action, and we will draw a card. So this is build an immediate city for a discount of a credit, which, I mean, it's fine. It's not the best action, but at least it's a free build action as well. You don't have to go to one of the build city spaces. So we will play this yellow card up here, and you can choose to do either the card action or these actions, but you have to resolve fully either this action or the card action. I can't choose to take a steel plast, do the card action, and then do the other parts of these, if that makes sense. But in this instance, the card action that we want to take is simply to claim this card, because it's not an instant effect, it's just an action card. We put it down in our tableau, and then we resolve this ability, and part of that, this A, means we can choose one of our action cards, and we're going to use this ability, which is to pay a credit or science to upgrade a laboratory. So we can upgrade 1, and I think we'll pay the science Because for 2 money, I'd like to build some tunnels. So I need 2. We need more steel plast as well. At least with 1 upgraded laboratory, we are going to get 1 steel plast. And we can choose to turn 1 science into a steel plast and a kelp. We do want a second city pretty soon. We would get 1 resource back for building in this space. Because we can choose 2 of these. I wonder if they have to be different resources actually. Let's have a look. It's probably on an early page somewhere. Actually, no, I think it's right at the end, isn't it? I think they explain all of the spots. It's yellow action. Where is it? They cannot be the same type. Okay. So I don't think we need kelp. So we take a steel plast and a science. Yeah, that seems okay. And we take 1 more card. It's green. An instant action, pay a credit to immediately perform an action in a slot occupied by another player. That's pretty good. Okay, so our tokens come back. These will move round. And we'll go to round 2. Because we didn't move up on the Federation track, we're going to take 1 card. And in this case, it's 18. So we add those digits together. 1 plus 8 is 9. We will block the 9th space. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Nice. Okay. So we can't place a city that's unconnected. So if we were to do this action, we'd want to do a tunnel first. We could build a tunnel. The double tunnel action is open to us and we do have enough, but then we don't. Yes, we don't have enough steel plast for a tunnel and a city. Unless we used our action ability here. This is just draw 2 cards and do an upgrade. We could get a steel plast and a kelp. And then use our science to upgrade this other spot. And then we would have all the upgrades. So we'd get the benefits here. That's pretty tempting because that would get us the steel plast we need. Otherwise, where else are we going to do upgrades? It's this spot where we could either get 2 science or trade up to 3 science in. I'm not sure I want to do that because I'm actually fairly happy with these cards, I think. Because potentially if we come here, we can do the tunnel, so that's a steel plast and a credit. And we can do this action, which would get us a steel plast. So we'd have 2 steel plast, 1 credit, and a kelp for a normal city as well. And we wouldn't even have to use that credit actually. We wouldn't have much left after that though. We'd have used all our action cards. let's do that. We might get a red card, which we could then come over here and place a couple of kelp farms out. If not, we could come here and claim this action card. But I think this is definitely something we want to do for that extra city. It's another kelp, we have to feed it. But there's this space here which, when occupied, would also produce a kelp. That's a very nice early production to get a bonus of. And we're 2 tunnels away from this spot. So we could come here, do the action to get steel plast and a kelp and another steel plast. I think we'd still be a credit short of getting 2 tunnels built. But we've got 2 more turns. I just really want to get this space upgraded before the end of the first production, because I think anything which is a triple bonus is just worth going for. There is the steel plast and a credit here as well. Okay, so that's a rough plan. Let's take this action, and we want to do the space abilities first. So we'll gain 1 steel plast by using our, what do they call these? Personal assistant. Just an action card that you begin with. And then building a tunnel is a steel plast and a credit. 1 tunnel on this space. That's both of these actions done, and then we can immediately build a city for 1 credit less. So it'll be 2 steel plast and a kelp. 1, 2, and a kelp. And actually, taking this space, we gain a credit. So if we were to claim this action and then use it, we could get a steel plast, 2 steel plast. Yeah, it's not too bad. So what is our, it is another green. That's a shame. Don't really need all these greens. So let's do what we said. We're going to use this card, claim it for its action ability. If we'd had this out previously, rather than just getting steel plast, we could have used this action and got the steel plast and the kelp. But that lets us draw 2 cards. Okay, that's quite nice. And we can use a science for an upgrade. We will upgrade our other laboratories. We've got 2 upgraded labs, which will be 3 steel plast and 2 science. And if we want, we can swap one of those science for a steel plast and kelp. Okay, so we also draw 1 card at the end of our turn. This is a permanent ability. At the end of your turn, before you draw your card, you may pay 1 credit to draw 2 additional cards. Ooh, very nice. I think we want to keep both of these yellows. So I want to get more resources. And then, oh no, next turn it's going to be blocked. The turn after, hopefully it doesn't get blocked by this random token. We can double tunnel and come 1, 2. We would need a science for an upgrade as well. But there's definitely 2 spaces up here that I want to use. So we want to keep 2 of these cards, and then we can keep 1 of these other ones. This is when you choose an action slot that does not match your card, gain a steel plast. Okay, so if you get nothing else, you get a steel plast. Or we could get 2 credits and a card. So this is desalination, which only cost credits. So we could go for the immediate action of get 2 credits and then use it for desalination plants. That's quite a nice ability though. If nothing else, you're always gaining a steel blast. Makes using a green card over here not feel as wasted. I'm quite torn, so these two are definitely keeping. We're going to we don't have much kelp. This would get us 1. We could look at selling kelp to get money. Oh, yeah, we're definitely playing this yellow card, aren't we? Where do we get the science from to upgrade our tunnel? Unless we get it from here. Oh, this gets us a kelp. And then we've got enough double kelp. Yes, we could do this action, get rid of a kelp, claim the resources, and then spend some money to get this permanent ability. I think that's going to be handy because there's going to be a few times when we just have to play cards inefficiently to get everything done correctly. Getting 2 credits doesn't feel as useful as even just the option of getting the steel blast. So we're going to generate a couple of credits. Once we've got a few tunnels, we're going to have lots of credits. Especially on that triple spot. Yeah, let's get rid of these. So we're back to 3 cards in hand. And with 1 action left, we're going to play this card up here. So we can use this action ability for a steel blast and a kelp. And then get a science and a steel blast. And we will use the card ability selling a kelp for 1, 2, 3 credits. Okay. And then we draw a card. 1 credit to immediately get a science and a card. That is our 3 actions. Bring these back. Again, we didn't go up on the Federation track, so let's have a look. It is 59, so that's 14, which there's 12 spots, comes back to here. It's just going up 2 on the Federation track, which if you can get up 4 spaces is pretty useful because you'll get a reasonable amount of resources, but we've got no abilities that boost us as of yet. The double tunnel is blocked, so we're definitely planning on doing it next round, but we can't guarantee it because this space is blocked. So draw a card and a science is pretty good. We've got no action cards. So we want kelp farms. Kelp farms are good because we need 2 kelp. If we're getting one here and one from the science. I'm going to get one back from here. Do we want desalination plants more so? I don't think we're going to be going heavily for symbiotic cities. So maybe we can avoid desalination plants until we start just spamming them out for the endgame points. So let's build some kelp farms. I think that will be good. We will pay the credit for a science and a card, and we get a card at the end of the turn. I'm just going to leave them face down until I've resolved the rest of it, and we will pay 2 kelp for 2 farms. They are good upgraded together. They give an additional kelp and an additional point over their non-upgraded ability. But let's spread them out, I think, for the time being. Ooh, doesn't... Yeah, okay, I'm going to lock that before I move it. I think that's okay. It's actually generating us 3 kelp because we've blocked this space. We did the card ability, and we've done this. Okay, get rid of that. What cards did we get? As an action, 2 credits to build a tunnel, or as an action, get a credit and a point. That's nice as an action, just to build a tunnel for 2 credits. Forget about this card. Maybe we want to come over here. We could claim this card. That's a very cheap way of getting a symbiotic city out. I know we're saying we don't want a symbiotic city, but for one credit, 1 kelp, I'm not sure I can turn that down. And then we get this other action card into play. Yeah, let's go for it. I do need to choose cards to discard though first. And I think I'll probably get rid of this one. So now I'm going to draw this card to my hand from the S pile. I need to flip a new one, but also get another card. So I will have to choose again 1 card to get rid of. The new card, draw 2 of the blue Metropolis tiles that are not in use. Choose 1 and return the other. Your network is now connected to the chosen Metropolis. Oh, okay, so you just get another Metropolis. I don't know how good those Metropolises are though. Uh, 2-point production, an instant effect, 2-point production, instant, 1 point, 2 points. Oh, that's nice. Don't know, can you shuffle the bag? Yeah, that is quite nice. But let's have a look. We've got, whenever you build a connected city second lab, gain a credit. I do like the lab option with the benefits we've got here. It's only 1 credit though. So at most that's probably going to be 2 or 3 credits. I don't think I'm that bothered by it. So then I think I want to build using an action ability, and the only one is this one here. We could build that, and then it lets us do a desalination plant here and here to a connected city, or just a credit and a kelp. 1, 2, 3 credits. I'd need to get a credit from somewhere. And this is a credit to play the card. So that would be all 4 of my credits. So to do 2 tunnels, I probably have to come to this space. Which is okay. I get 2 different cards. Then we could connect I think we've got enough actions. We build 1 tunnel this turn, and then we want to build, because that's going to give us a kelp. Mark here, if it's bordered in red, it's extra that you have to pay. Oh, so actually we can't, yeah, we can't get onto this space now, because we're not going to have desalination plant, and we have no way to get desalination plants, so we have to go there next round. Means spending credits for desalination plants. Ah, that's awkward. Didn't think that through, did I? So maybe I'll chuck this yellow card now to just come to this space. Keep both of these. I'll draw 2 cards. And get 2 credits. Then next round I won't be able to do desalination plants because it'll be blocked. And I need them to be upgraded. Okay, so I need to go to desalination plants now. I don't want to use this one because I can't build an unconnected symbiotic city. So we will be using this card and we'll gain the benefit as a new permanent ability. And we will spend 2 credits for 2 desalination plants. 1, 2. Yeah, that's going to be the best we can do, I think. You get 1 more card. Just a steel blast during production. Move these round. And again, we did not go on the Federation track. So this is number 5. Blocks the special action. Okay. So we do have 2 credits and 2 steel blast. So we can go 1, 2 tunnels. And we will connect to this metropolis, which gives us a credit and a steel blast back. And we'll draw 2 cards. I think that's worthwhile. Or we can come here with a production card. And build a tunnel for 2 credits. But then we won't have... No, so that won't work. Could come here. I want a tunnel first. Yeah, let's... Yeah, that doesn't help us. We can't really get the resources for more unless we have more credits. We could dump a card coming here, then go for production of 2 tunnels. But would be a credit short. I think we do need those 2 credits, don't we? We need 2 credits to build a symbiotic city here. We're going to have to dump 1 card, which I think... I'd like to keep the production one. Oops, didn't move that up. I'd like to keep the production one, but I don't think we're going to go for a red card this time, whereas this one, although it's not great, will... Oh, we'll get a steel blast if we don't match the colour. Is that better than spending a credit to draw 2 cards? I don't think so. I think I like that. So we're going to dump the red card to just draw 2 and get 2 credits. Oops. This is if you have at least 1 connected upgraded desalination plant, gain a biomatter. Interesting. We have... What's this one? When you upgrade a tunnel, gain a credit. For upgrades, it would be here. And this is build tunnels. We can't... Yeah, I think that's just a bit late. We get 1 card at the end of our round as well. If you have at least 2 connected labs, gain a kelp. Do like this for the added biomass because we're not going to generate any, I don't think. This means you don't have to upgrade to be able to do this. So we'll lose the credit and we'll lose the kelp, I think, and keep these 3. So we want to build tunnels. So keep this card, which means at the end of your turn, before you draw a card, you can pay a credit to draw 2 additional cards. We need to spend 2 credits. To steel blast. 2 tunnels. We'll place 1 here, which gets us a kelp, and 1 here, which immediately gets us a science, a credit, And 2 cards. Which is, as an action, build a farm or desalination plant for the usual cost and gain a card, or pay a steel blast to build a tunnel. Pretty good. We have a fair few tunnel actions. And we're going to draw a card. And this is connected for production purposes as well, so that's pretty good. We've then only got 1 action left, and we want to use this green card. Could spend a science to upgrade. Desalination plant, which would then produce us we'd lose 1 credit here, but gain a kelp with this upgraded. Not a kelp, a biomatter, plus get the biomatter from this one. But I think we want the symbiotic city, because that's going to be two more points during production. It is only 2 points, but we connect this as well, which gets us a credit. Or we get the extra biomass production. The biomass would mean we could build this tunnel and another one next turn, as opposed to just playing this next round and we'd only have enough to do the tunnel. Let's go for it. Let's play this. So, oh, we had another card as well, didn't we? Got 2 on the track. That can go. I like this. I like this. Building 1 is nice. Sometimes you just don't want to build 2. Or a steel blast for a tunnel. Which one do we want to get rid of? Next round, what do we want to do? Yellow or red action, more likely. Possibly a red action. We could get this played and still do 2 tunnels. So let's go to that one. Okay. So we're going to play this card for the immediate effect, which is a credit and a kelp for a symbiotic. And it's 1 credit to play the card. Okay. And then we use a science to do an upgrade. We will upgrade. Could upgrade a kelp farm, which just gets us 1 point extra. So I think the better option is the desalination, because that gets us the biomatter. Okay. That ends the round. And we will go to production. Again, we haven't gone up on the track, so we will need to use this. So production, there's a production thing somewhere. So farms produce 1 kelp, they're all single level, and this produces an extra 1, so we get 3 kelp. 1, 2, 3. Desalination, we have a single and a double, so it'll be 2 credits. And a biomatter, we have 2 double up here. And we can turn a science into a steel and a kelp. So we could get 4 steel plast, 1 science, 1 kelp. 2, 3, 4, 1 and 1. We're quite low on kelp, aren't we? We need 1 here, and we're going to spend 3 on feeding these cities. So yeah, we need that kelp. And tunnels, we have no upgraded tunnels, so that's just going to be 3 credits. 1, 2, 3. Symbiotic city is 2 points. Card production, we've used that ability, that's the only one. City, this generates us 1 from the metropolis. Cities, you either feed them kelp or biomatter, or you give them 3 of your points. Fortunately, we have the kelp. And we need to refresh our action cards. Going into Era 2, we will get 3 new cards. And we again discard down. So an immediate action to reset an action card, 2 credits to perform the action in any available slot, or a credit to get a science. So I like this because we've already met the requirement and we get 1 more biomatter. We've got 3 science, which is enough for this efficient upgrade over here. Oh, let's see actually what space is blocked. It is 111. That would be 3. So this space. Oops, there we go. So we want to build tunnels, but we've got the option to do that with an action card here. We could come here for 2 tunnels or up here for 2 tunnels. So selling a steel plast for 2 credits doesn't hugely thrill me. I don't think we want 2 green actions because they're fairly weak. We've got some good options for our action cards, plus maybe we'll play this red one. So let's get rid of that green card. We definitely don't need 3 red actions. Paying 2 credits to use any available space is just terrible. Why? I don't understand why you'd want to do that. You may as well just do the available space and not get the synergy. Oh no, it's because you do that action and that action. Okay, yes. Ooh. So we could come to say here, do an action, get some resources and place down some buildings. That seems pretty good. So maybe we'll get rid of credit for a card in science. Got 3 science, I do want to do an upgrade. But do I want to do it with this card? Steel plast for 2 credits. Got a few things that do need credits, so possibly. About this action then, build a farm or desalination as an action and draw a card. We've got upgrade labs, but we've got no more labs, so this isn't useful to us currently. I do quite like this action, just so we can place some stuff and get the resources, or even actually we could get rid of this yellow one. Come here, do the upgrades, and place some buildings, and then we come get resources or do another tunnel action. So we do want to do tunnels. We need one here, and then we want to do the upgrade on it, and then we don't have to come to yellow. We need more kelp farms. Getting this action out. Build a tunnel. Yeah, we could build a tunnel as the action with this, and then use one kelp using this card. And then we could build 2 labs with this, and then upgrade. Yeah, that seems worthwhile. So let's get the tunnel built first. So a tunnel will be... Oh no, we want to claim this card first because we want to use it. So we're claiming the card, but then for a tunnel it's a steel plast and a credit. But because of the spot where we're covering, let me just put it there for now, it will be also a kelp. Ah, yeah, that's our only kelp. Okay. We wouldn't be able to do that. Let me just put that back. Think this through. We could just come here, get the steel plast and the kelp, and claim the card. But then we still... I guess we'd have to use our other action here. Do 1, 2... And then what? Desalination plants? Why? What are we going to do with this green? I'd like to place a city, but we can't do it this turn. So we'll have to be keeping that for next round and hoping we draw something better. Yeah, let's grab the resources first of all, and then claiming this action card. So we will actually just get 2 steel plast and a kelp. We'll see what colour card we get. If it's anything but green, yeah, of course it's green. Spend a kelp. So that's really useless. Let's go for... We'd be paying 2 credits. We could use any action space. We do have... Oh, we're turn 5. We do have a few turns to get these upgrades and everything built, so it's not a huge rush. Maybe we just claim the steel plast and kelp as our action. And then we do the upgrades. Because if we do get a yellow, we could always do this action. Yeah, that seems okay. So we're going to pay 2 credits. No, we need to build first. Okay. Okay, breathe. 1 credit, 1 steel blast, 1 kelp. 1 kelp? Come on. 1 kelp, 1 biomass. We can build that tunnel. We can also do an action. We want... what would we want to upgrade? Upgraded kelp farms are okay, but I think we want this upgraded. 2 of them together don't give huge amounts more benefit, so upgraded kelp farm is only a point extra, which is, I mean, a biomass is only half a point. But we want to keep our kelp to do another symbiotic city here. So which action? Which action? Can't do this one. This one's pointless because this is better. We don't want another tunnel. Unless we need to go up on the Federation track, but that's dead to me. City here does get us 5 points. That's pretty good. I think we'll build a desalination plant here. That's just 1 credit. And we will draw a card. And then for 2 credits, 1, 2, we can build, we can use another action space, and we will do this action space, spending 1, 2, 3 science to upgrade 1, 2, 3. That's upgrade. That's upgraded. That's upgraded. So we've got 3 upgraded desalination. So that's 3. Yeah. Labs we really need, isn't it? But we could place labs instead of upgrading. And hope we draw a yellow. Yeah, let's... No, that's fine. We'll do that. That's okay. It's 6 and 2 3s, I think. So we drew another card from this action, and we get these. So immediately draw 3 cards or get a steel blast and a credit. I don't think we want that one. So actually, I think I prefer it to... Actually, it's exactly the same. Going up Ah, but cost us a kelp. Yeah, let's go to that one. So build more desalination plants. I'm not that bothered. I'll use this here next turn, hopefully. Let's use the yellow action. I think we'll come up here. We'll draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. We can do an action ability, which I think we get a steel plast and a kelp. And then we can get a kelp and a science. And we will draw 1 card at the end of the round. And that's our 3 actions, yes. So let's bring these back. Shuffle everything round. And see what gets blocked. It is number 92, so that would be 11. 4, 8, 10, 11. Oops. Okay. We don't have any red. Immediate transfer a kelp to biomass is fine. 2 upgraded desalination cards, just get a point. That's not great. Action for a point and a science. Whenever you use the depicted action slot, you may build 1 additional building of your choice for the usual cost. That's this one. Okay, so that's a city and everything. That's pretty good. We want this card. Gets us a biomatter now. We'll be able to use 1, 2, 3 and 2 credits. That's fine. We're not going to have kelp left if we... Yeah, I'd really like a red card to get more kelp farms, but if we did 2 green, we could then use a yellow card up here as a build city and get the double build instead of a red. If we need to, we might get away with it. Let's come here first and see what we draw. So I quite like this ability. So we keep that. So we probably don't want these extra greens because that's a lot of greens then. This is just a point and a card. Let's go to that. Coming here. So we have an upgraded desalination. We can claim the biomatter. And then we can build a city, which we will spend biomatter, not gain, spend, 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 and spend for the symbiotic city there. Okay. Then draw a card. It is green, production. Produce an additional camp for every 2 connected upgraded labs. That's quite nice. I do want more labs. I don't really want more desalination. We've got 3 upgraded desalination, only 2 upgraded labs. Could use labs for kelp then instead of having to bother with farms. We've got no money, so we can't build desalination, so this is pointless. We have 1 science, so we could come here for an upgrade. I don't really want to do that before I've built something. So let's chuck our yellow card away then. Only worth 1 point. We're going to use the card here, so we don't get the benefit, and because we don't get the benefit, we will gain a steel blast. This lets us build 2 labs, which cost a steel blast each, and we will build 1, 2. I would like to build here, but it's an expansion site, so we can't get in there. We're limited at only 2 types of building there. For these ones we could build farms in later for all the extra points. It means we can use this upgrade ability then as well. The action card. So we draw another card. Again, it's green. Once per turn you may pay... Once per turn? Turn credits into steel blast. We're going to be making a reasonable amount because we're going to be going for these advanced labs. But if we are thinking of this, that could be useful. But there is one for money as well. It's basically 14 credits into points. 14 credits to 14 points. This would be 10 credits into 15 points. So this is better if we have 10 science. But it means we wouldn't be upgrading. Yeah, it's a yellow over there. Okay, there's some interesting options there. But we've got 1 action left. We've now got some labs that can be upgraded. So let's go for this green action. Because at the moment we're not generating enough kelp. That becomes our production. I think by the production we should have 4 upgraded labs, which will get us 2 kelp. So science for upgrade. Lab there. And draw 2 cards. 1, 2, and at the end of the round we get a card. Gain 1 steel blast for every 2 connected desalination. Build a lab or farm on an expansion site, paying the usual cost. That's nice. We could get that lab down here for a complete set. That is the end of the round. So that shuffles round. These come back. we really aren't doing anything on the Federation track. I don't think we've gone up it once, have we? So 82. Okay, it could be worse. We've got no science, so that's not a great problem. I like the idea of the lab on the expansion site, so we'll probably keep that. Desalination plants. We have 3, so that would only be 1. We do have 2 spare kelp, so we could place more labs. Everything's going to be production now though, so can't do the upgrades unless we have an action space, but we don't have credits or science. Came here, we could get credits and science, but we don't have a yellow action card. We could claim this action card. We have 3 upgraded labs, so 1 more of 4 would be pretty good. So maybe place a couple more labs. And get rid of our last 2 kelp for a card and a science. Doing okay for steel plast. This might be a good option for us. We could always use the red card to grab a green and then use that green card. Let's get rid of that. And labs would just give us a lot of science, which is pretty good to upgrade everything. So only 1 more production, but we could get a lot of points here then. So we want 1, 2, and 1 of these. We've got no credits to play it, so no, that doesn't work. Have to be this one, 3, but we could have it in our hand. I don't think there's anything else we really need. This is just get 1 steel plast. So actually, if we got rid of that, not the biggest problem, because going there with the wrong colour is a steel plast as well. So we can see what cards we draw, and there might be a better option. If not, we'll just get a steel plast. Yeah, why not? We'll try it. So we get rid of 2 kelp, a science and a card, plus the card we're going to get at the end of the round. And then 2 steel plast. We'll build 2 more labs. We'll build 1, 2. So what do we get? Raise your hand limit by 1. You may pay 1 science and a steel plast to upgrade 2 tunnels. Quite like that. Increase your hand limit by 1. That's quite flexible. We will play that and claim it to grab. Oh, we need to get rid of one of these. I think there we go, do this one. Yeah, I mean, we do need 3 more domes, actually. So actually we're probably going to use that space. Let's get rid of this. And we've come to this spot. And we want to take... Do we want to take a yellow action card? Then we could use this ability up here. Or this one actually to claim the kelp. Yeah, that seems good. Yeah, kelp and science. So we'll come here with the green card. Now we've used this one, didn't we? Yes. Was this last turn? I have a feeling we've done this action this round, and I think I forgot to cover it, so this is our final one. So I draw 1, 2, 3 cards. We're gonna use a science for an upgrade. And we're going to upgrade a lab here, so we've got 2 pairs there. And then this green one lets us build a lab or farm on an expansion site. And we're going to build a lab here for the combo. Oh, there's all the red cards. Immediate just 1, that's awful. When you build a lab, you may pay 1 credit to gain 1 point and 2 cards. Where was this earlier? But we can have 4 cards, so that's okay, we can keep all of those. And that is everything, so we'll go to production. I think I've got myself okay with kelp. We've only got 2 basic kelp farms, plus this, which is 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think I've left myself short in order to build the cities we require. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have to try and find one from somewhere. Desalination. They're all upgraded. Excellent. So that is 3 credits and 3 biomatter. Science we have upgraded 4. 2 together and 2 together. So that is 6 steel plast. And 4 science, but we will get rid of 1 science for a steel plast and a kelp. And we have 1, 2, 3 unupgraded, which is 3 science. Tunnels, this one is a triple production, so that's 3 credits and 3 points. And 3 normal tunnels for 3 credits. We have this production as well. Every 1 kelp for every 2 connected upgraded labs. We had 4, so that's 2 more kelp. For production, we have this for 1 point. 2 symbiotic cities is 4 points. Refresh these. We need to spend 4 kelp for 4 cities. And I believe that is it. So we're going to draw the era 3 cards. Oops, not rotate. Shuffle. We want 1, 2, 3 of these, and then we need to discard down to 4 now. Just put them on top for... Oh no. Which one did you go in? I'm not even going to look. I'm just going to draw 3 more cards. 1, 2, 3. We won't put them on top of those bags. Let's put them here. So action, Federation and a point, kelp for steel plast, build a building on an expansion site, paying the usual. I like that option. I don't want to get rid of kelp. We'll get rid of that one. Action for a point doesn't seem great. Obviously want to keep this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let's go with those. Although just getting a steel plast when steel plast is points at this stage might not be awful. Okay. So we've only got 9 actions left. What are they blocking? 1, 2, 4, so number 7. So I need tunnels. Every S card is 2 points. Yeah, so I was thinking of getting, I think, 2 more. We need tunnels. So maybe since tunnels is open, we could just play this one. Now up here. And that would be 2 steel plast, 2 credits for... Oh, there's a card. They're in here, are they? 1. And none of these actually give kelp, do they? So let's go there. I still need to connect probably 1, 2 more sites, and I need this connected for the bonus from this as well. So we need at least 3 more tunnels. We can get 1 from here and 1 action here. I need to spend 3 credits on playing this card as well, so I'm not sure we get any more cards actually played than this one. We don't have much money. Okay. Yeah, 3 credits is a lot for these S cards. We're going to draw 1 more card. A kelp for 2 on the track. Okay. Don't like that. We need to build a city. Let's go for build another kelp farm, I guess here would be most useful, but we need the kelp. Yeah, we just need to come up and get some kelp over here, really. Yeah, left ourselves far too short. Could get a kelp instead of upgrading. And play this card. Yeah, it seems pretty bad, but I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to claim the kelp. We'll get 2 cards. 1, 2 plus 1 at the end of the round. And just do that. If you have at least 5 connected cities, build a desalination plant for free. Seems better than this. What's this? Haven't used many action cards, so I'm not keen on that. It's probably better than this one though. And then this action is better, so we could come here. We've got enough for a city. We can do a symbiotic city. But we're short of credits. Yeah, let's just do a basic city for now. And see how we get on. So we can build that city there, and then you can build 1 additional building of your choice for the usual cost. So I think we can build 2 different buildings now. So if we do a... No, we'll just do double labs. It gets us more science, which gets us the endgame points anyway. Plus I think credits or biomass we're really short on. We're going to need all of this. 3 tunnels. Which means, yeah, we need credits and steel plast. We will get some in here actually, so that was probably the sensible option. Go for this city first, since we're short of funds. So when we built this tunnel, since we need 2 to connect there anyway, connect this one and get the refund. Yeah, that might be enough to help us get something built. And that's 3. Geez, that races along. Okay. Which one would we choose for that? I think I might even just use a red card for that to gain the bonus for it not matching. And draw an additional card. If you are on the third space of the Federation track, you may build a city with a discount of 1 steel plast. Okay, that's not helpful. I don't know why we had 2 of them covered up at that point. 153, so that is space number 9, which is covered, so that one's covered, which is annoying when I'm sat on so much science. I can't upgrade stuff. Okay. So we could look at building another city. We can do here. Build on an expansion site. Again, I think we used the wrong card type just to get a steel plast. We're going to use this space here for a city. Which is 2 steel plast, 2, a kelp, and a credit. Draw a card. At the end of the game, you may buy points by spending 1 biomatter per point. There's a better conversion. They're worth half a point normally. Okay. I need at least 1 tunnel to build another city. We could go 1, 2, come to this spot. Gets us up 3 spots on the track. And then we could build a city. Yeah, we could build 2 tunnels. That would cost a lot of credits though. Cost all our credits and we'd only get the discount of... Oh no, we get 1 back. Okay, so let's think of this. We'd go 1, 2, 3 up. We'd get a credit and a steel plast. It would cost us 2 steel plast, 3 credits. And since we gain 1, 2 steel plast, it effectively costs us 2 credits. Leaves us with 1 credit left. What we need to build the city. We'd end up building it here. Otherwise, build a city here for 5 points, we'd need 1 money anyway. It's only 1 tunnel, so that is just easier. I like the option of double tunnel with this action of a science and a credit to upgrade 2 tunnels. Gets us a couple of points. We had 1, 2, 3 upgraded desalination plants. We do have a lot of biomass, so playing this green card is pretty good. Play it to get a credit. and then play this card for tunnels and upgrade tunnels. We go 1, 2. And then next round we've got build a tunnel and get kelp and steel plast and build a city. No, because we didn't have no credits. I think it's doable though. That gets us 1 credit and the option to sell our biomass, and I think we should have 6. So it gets us an extra 3 points. Otherwise, this immediate effect of building on an expansion site could spend the kelp here. That might get us 3 points. Tricky because I think I've really scuppered the economy. I think what I may have to do and come here. We could get a kelp and a steel plast. And then get a kelp and a steel plast as the action. But I have 3. That would be enough to do 2 more. And then that might be enough to keep us going. We need to do upgrades though. Oh wow, there's a lot we need to do. Sorry about this. This is a lot of pondering. I'm just thinking with 5 actions left how we get this city built. Connect. I'd like to use 2 actions at the end. Claim this as well. Is that going to be worth more? We've got... Yeah, we're going to upgrade more of these labs. We've got 4 currently. 8 points. Yeah, this is definitely going to be worth grabbing if this space is gone, so... The only way to get to the 3rd space on the Federation track is to come here to get the discount, which involves building 2 tunnels. Uses all of my money, and I want money to play one of these. I think I might just have to claim 1 credit from here. We need 3 tunnels, which is going to be at least 3 credits. And building a city, 1 extra credit. Get a biomass and steel plast. And we might as well use the red action because I don't think we're going to get to that chart, and that gets us another steel plast. That's that done. I'll draw a card. It's green. A credit to build a tunnel. Okay, that I like. because we can then just do 2 tunnels plus 1 tunnel for 1, 2, 3. Yeah. I think we need to build tunnels now. So oh, and I used my action, didn't I, to get that credit. I don't think we're going to get this one played. I didn't actually claim the benefits, did I? Kalpana Science. I don't think we'll get this one played, but it could be worth more than this one. So let's get rid of that and we'll draw a card. At the end of the game, you may buy points by spending Steel Blast and 1 Steel Blast and 1 Kelp for a point. Don't think we're going to have any Kelp left over because we're not producing much. So instead, our final action let's build 2 tunnels. 1, 2, 1, 2. And go 1 there, 1 there. And we'll claim a Steel Blast by using the wrong colour. You have 3 Steel Blasts, gain a Steel Blast. Okay, that's pretty bad. So we'll move these round. Oh yeah, the science upgrade is blocked again. They really did a good job blocking that from us. That's really unfortunate. The next one blocked off is 14. That's here, so this space. So I want to grab this card, I believe. No, I just don't think we can get another one played, which is annoying. So we just need 1 tunnel built, which can be a green card. We'll come here first off. We can spend 1 credit for a tunnel. So at least this is connected, even though it's only 2 points. And then we can upgrade and what would be worth upgrading? Probably just a farm at this point. Gets you another point. Even a tunnel would get another point. And oh, we do need 1. No, we need another credit for this site actually. Yeah, so rather than those 2 points, let's just play this one. We'll keep that card wherever it was. We won't build the tunnel because we need 2 credits to build here, but that's worth 5 points, which is better than just this S for 2 points because we only have 1. This one. Let's see what card we get. Credit to go up 2 spaces on the Federation track. Not hugely important. Oh, actually, rather than upgrading that, we do have one action still to upgrade a lab here. We could get double labs. Yeah, can get double lab upgraded. Let's do that. So we need to build. Let's come over here. We can build a city, and we want to build it here. So if we did a symbiotic one, it's a biomatter. No, we can't do. We need to do a normal one because of the added credit cost. So 2, a kelp, and 2. But then we can build 2 structures. So let's build 2 kelp farms. 1, 2. In order to not starve. Points from cities. One type of building is 3. So yeah, we want at least 1 at each of those sites. Another card. At the end of the game, you may pay 2 credits to gain 2 points as a one-off. That is pretty good. Probably better than anything else we could do. So we do need to do an action. Oops, we just did this action. Yeah, we do need to do an action. We could come here, but we can't build the tunnel, so we may as well just grab these useless resources, playing the yellow card. And our action will be to upgrade a lab for a science. We had here now 2 upgraded labs. Oh, this was the end. And that is our final action. I'm not convinced we've done particularly well, but we do have the basic requirement of 7 connected cities. We didn't finish connecting over here, unfortunately. This doesn't count. You need both. We probably would have been better off going for something else, but it was worth a try. Yeah, we just didn't build up enough of an engine. We really struggled. Not entirely sure why. It felt like I was spending resources fairly efficiently, but probably just doubled a bit too far down on steel plast and science, thinking I could grab 3 of these end objectives, which clearly we didn't have the money for all the actions available. So we do our final production. Kelp, we now have 1, 2, 3, 4, plus this one for 5. Desalination, we have 3 upgraded, which is 3 credits, and 3 biomatter. Labs, we have 3 unupgraded, which is 3 science. And we have 2 pairs, 3 pairs of upgraded, which how many science pairs can we trade in? Only 10, so we're going to have more than enough. So rather than taking 6 extra science, we'll take 5 science for 13, 9 steel plast to leave 12, and then an extra kelp and steel plast. Tunnels, we've got this one, which is upgraded for 3 credits and 3 points. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 normal tunnels for 7 credits. We have symbiotic cities, we have 2 for 4 points. and this is connected for 1 point. Other production, every 2 upgraded labs gets a kelp, so we've got 3 pairs. Nothing else is production, no. Pretty bad, isn't it? I don't know when we scored these 5 points. It's not got a production symbol, so I imagine it should have been just an immediate. Let's take those 5. And then 7 cities is 7 kelp. So very much relying on food labs, but we just didn't have enough to really have a surplus of kelp. Okay, so then it's end game. So Brown Metropolis we didn't connect. End of game cards. We have these 3. So we can pay 2 credits for 2 points. We can spend biomatter for a point. We've got 6 biomatter for 6 points. And we can trade 10 science, which is 5 pairs for 15 points. All right. Then every connected city is 2 points, so that's 14 points. 61, we're just over halfway. Then resources get converted to 1 credit. Oh no, cities with districts. So we've got 1, 2, 3, which only have a single type of building, so that's 9 points. We have 1, 2, 3 with 2 types. That'd be 12 points. And just the 1 city, which is actually the hardest one to get all 3 at. 6 points. 2, 4, 6, round to 88. Yeah, we're not gonna do this. Resources to a point. Could have done with this. Steel Blast for 14 points, but that's 16, 17, 18 credits. Which leaves us on 29, which divided by 4, 28 would be 5, 6, 7 points. Got 95. We added these on, unfortunately. So we've come up just shy of where we wanted. At least this 1 tunnel wouldn't have done it. That would have only been 2 points. Yeah, we were just bad. I say I was bad. That was not particularly efficient, but I'm fairly happy. 5 points away, considering I have not played this game previously. I've given it one quick sort of play around on Tabletop Simulator just to feel comfortable with the rules. But yeah, 5 points off. You wouldn't want to beat it too easy. Definitely feels like a game that I would enjoy playing. As to how it goes multiplayer, I imagine it's really frustrating if you've got these 3 cards and you're thinking, okay, I want to play this action here, this one for this one here, and then when something gets blocked, all of a sudden you've got to use a different card and it's all inefficient. So a frustrating but also rewarding type of game when you finally get an engine up and running. I imagine it doesn't look anything near as good, in inverted commas, good as our board here, because you've got much more predictability as to what actions are open to you. Very often at the start of a round, I was planning out what I wanted to do, and with multiple players, obviously that's a lot more restricted. This one was always tempting me. What would we have received? Ooh, 2 biomass. Could have been useful. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed this game. Hope you've enjoyed coming along for the ride. The poll is currently up. I would imagine I'm going to try and edit and upload this video to YouTube either today or tomorrow, so that's going to be early October. When you're seeing this, there's the option to leave a comment on the poll if you have other games that you'd like to see played through on Tabletop Simulator. I think it's Spirit Island that is winning currently, so I am looking forward to playing that one. I have actually played a physical copy of that, but many months, if not years ago at this point. So yes, do leave a vote either on the ones I've suggested, or add a comment if you add other, and it won't be the one being played next week. When the poll closes, I will give myself a week to learn it, and we will be doing it the subsequent week, so mid-October. But until I see you then, do take care, and bye for now.